Hey everybody, and welcome to the weekly scopes from the 4th to the 10th of June. So on the 4th of June there's a super new full moon, so yeah, check out the playlist for that. And then there's a moon void, of course, that happens at 4:42, and moon void, of course, simply happens when the moon makes its last major, so square, conjunct aspect before entering a new sign. This period can last anywhere from a few minutes to several hours or a day, and it's considered a time for rest and reflection rather than starting new projects or making important decisions. So it's a good time for all forms of introspection, meditation, spiritual practices, and finishing up things you've already started as well. The moon also enters Sagittarius on the 4th, so check out the playlist for that as well to find out what you need to do during that time. On the 5th of June, the sun is making a Sesquiquadrate to Pluto, and positively this can bring about transformative changes that are necessary for personal growth. This can be a time of intense self-discovery and empowerment. You may feel a strong urge to take control of your life and rid yourself of anything that holds you back. This aspect can also bring about a sense of determination and resilience, enabling you to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals. However, on the negative side, the Sesquiquadrate aspect can also manifest as a power struggle, bringing up underlying tensions. We may find ourselves in situations where we feel the need to assert your dominance over others, where you feel manipulated or controlled by others. This aspect can also bring about radical changes that may be difficult to cope with, but do your best to keep on going and just keep your head above water and seek out how to do so if need be, and just try and be gentle with yourself. Try and think about if you do let others cross your boundaries while you do that, and if you do try and overpower others, think about why you do that and respect other people's boundaries, and do all you can to make others respect yours as well. And ultimately the best use of this aspect is to empower yourself and make positive changes in your life. On the 6th of June the moon enters void, of course, and that's all what happens then. On the 7th of June, the moon enters Capricorn at 11 minutes past midnight. Then it enters its disseminating moon phase as well. So, and when the moon's in Capricorn, it can represent discipline, hard work, and responsibility. It encourages us to be more focused and diligent, pay more attention in our work, making it a great time for tackling difficult tasks or projects that require a lot of efforts. And this influence can make us more organised and structured in our approach to life. That can lead to great success and achievement in the long run. On the other hand, the moon in Capricorn can also make us be more rigid and uptight. It can also be more easy to become too focused on our work and neglect other aspects of our lives, such as relationships or self-care, and this can lead to feelings of stress and burnout, which can ultimately undermine our productivity and success. Therefore, it's important to find a balance between hard work and relaxation during this time to achieve our goals while also taking care of ourselves. When the moon is in the disseminating phase, it's a time for sharing our knowledge and insights with others. Great time for teaching, mentoring or advising those seeking guidance. It's also a time for reflection and evaluation as we review what we have learned and how we can apply it in our lives moving forward. During the disseminating moon phase, we may feel a great sense of generosity and compassion towards others. It's also a great time for acts of kindness or charitable giving as we seek to make a more positive impact in the world around us. And it's important to remember that these phases can bring some challenges, that we can encounter some resistance or pushback from others who are not receptive to our new ideas, if that's the way that you're feeling. So just respect other people's boundaries and respect their opinions, and try not to get argumentative and walk away, and approach these situations with patience and understanding, respecting the opinions of others even if they are different from our own. Overall, the disseminating phase offers growth and development opportunities both personally and in our interactions with others. By sharing our knowledge and insights and approaching challenges with empathy and compassion, we can positively impact the world around us. Transiting Venus also makes a square to the moon's north node, so positively it's a good energy to use to make new social, creative or romantic contents, or to make a deeper, more meaningful connection in our existence ones. People in general may feel more inclined to talk to others, be more sociable and stuff. Others of you may feel more creative and and want to express yourself musically or artistically, such as doing things like painting, writing, dancing, listening to music, creating music. Negatively, the tension created by the square aspect can lead to conflicts or disagreements in relationships, particularly if one or everyone involved display bad manners or lack of consideration for each other's feelings. So it's important to be mindful of these tendencies and strive to communicate in a way that's respectful and tactful to avoid unnecessary conflicts. Overall, the best use of Venus making a square to the moon's north node is to embrace the opportunities for social and creative expression while being mindful of the potential pitfalls related to, that can come up in interpersonal relationships. On the 8th of June, the moon void of course starts at 2:29, and then the sun makes a semi-square to the moon's north node. So again, going on from yesterday's energy, this supports, making new influential contacts as well that can help you with your professional and personal goals as well. Negatively, it can bring up disagreements with other people because people can, there can be a clash of wills, so it can create difficulties in integrating with others, especially on their beliefs or ways of lives, and lots of displays of ego, self-interest can happen, and this can further the tension and add to the polarization in relationships, with people saying my way of life is better than your way of life and stuff like that, and this can lead to potential separation for some of you as well. But the best use of this transit is to focus on your personal growth and self-improvement, also developing your own strengths and overcoming your own limitations so that you can be better equipped to handle challenges and conflicts in relationships. Try and compromise rather than insisting on getting your own way, but also don't make other people walk all over you and watch out for manipulation and stuff like that as well. By being more open-minded and cooperating and trying to, respect other people's boundaries and assert your own, we can create a more harmonious and balanced day, even if there is conflict. On the 9th of June, the moon enters Aquarius. Check out the playlist for that. There's also Mars makes a Sesquiquadrate to Neptune, so this can cause confusion, disillusionment and a loss of motivation. This aspect can also bring up hidden fears and anxieties that can lead to a lack of confidence in yourself. However, it can also bring about an increased sense of intuition and creativity, which can be harnessed to bring forward new ideas and projects. On the other hand, Mercury sextile Neptune can increase spiritual awareness and your sensitivity to others' needs and lead to a more compassionate and empathetic approach to communication and problem solving. It can also bring about a sense of clarity and insight into your own emotions and thought. But negatively, it can also lead to people idealising people or situations, which can cause disappointment, especially in love, especially when the reality doesn't match the expectations. So the best use of this transit is to be aware of any of their negative effects and work towards harnessing the positive effects while being mindful of the negative ones. Also focusing more on creative projects or using your intuition to make decisions, practicing empathy, self-care and having compassion with yourself and with your communication with others as well, and being aware of having unrealistic expectations and doing your best to remain grounded in reality. Through conscious effort, these transits can be used as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. On the 10th of June, the moon void of course starts at 10:32. Then there's a last quarter moon at 8:32 as well, so check out the playlist to listen to the audio and those. The Venus square Jupiter transit can also bring about good and bad points today. So on the positive side, when Venus squares Jupiter, this can amplify, increase our sense of pleasure and a desire for social connection. So a lot of socialising this week by the aspects, if the aspects are anything to go by, and I say they are. So yeah, people may become more confident and optimistic in their relationships, leading to a greater sense of joy and harmony. However, this transit can also lead to overindulgence and extravagance, which can negatively affect our personal and financial lives. It's important to find a balance between enjoying the pleasures of life and becoming responsible for our own resources. The Sun semi-square Jupiter transit can also have both negative and positive effects, and this also happens today on the 10th of June. So this brings a sense of purpose and ambition and motivation to go after our goals with confidence and enthusiasm. Again, negatively, this can lead to overconfidence with Venus squaring Jupiter, so this can make us seek out pleasure too much and take too much risk without considering all of the consequences. So it's best to maintain a realistic perspective and avoid making impulsive decisions while also enjoying this aspect as well. And Mercury also makes a trine to Pluto, so out of all three of these aspects today, this is the most beneficial because it can help us have mental clarity, which is good because the Venus square Jupiter and the Sun semi-square Jupiter can just make us being too impulsive, so this can ground us a bit as well, allowing us to probe deeper into complex issues and think about why we should do certain things before we do them, think of the consequences. So it can help us communicate more effectively and resolve any conflicts that arise. We can use it to engage in deep connections and gain a better understanding of the world around us and the people in our life. Negatively, watch out for people using this energy to manipulate others or to gain power, and watch out for doing it yourself. Instead, focus on using the Mercury trine Pluto aspect to build stronger connections, understand other people's point of view, as well as getting your own across and understanding your thoughts and balancing the overindulgence energies that can come today. So the best use of all three of these changes is finding the balance between enjoying pleasure and being responsible with your resources like your money and your time and stuff, and maintaining a realistic perspective and avoiding impulsive decisions. And it's best to engage in deep conversations rather than gossip, because doing this can help you gain insights and solutions while using your communication abilities for positive and constructive purposes only rather than negative, and gossiping, and make sure you clarify facts and stuff, because saying things that you don't have facts can just cause some more problems as well. So yeah, that was the weekly scopes for the 4th to the 10th of June. Don't forget to check out the audio on the super new moon that happens on the 4th of June as well. Take care.